Something about you. You know I crave your touch, but we don't need to rush. There's something about you, immersed inside my mind. Maybe it's a sign, 'cause it's already over. 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 Tell me what you desire. Let's get lost inside, lose track of time. Oh, we're never shy. We got nothing to hide. Wanna see your skin on mine. There's something about you. You know I crave your touch.
Hey.
Something about you. I know it's hard to find. Listen, it's a sign, 'cause it's already over.
Okay, maybe I should have said a few hours off, not days. What's going on this Taco Tuesday? How's everybody doing? What the heck? So, yeah, so much for a few days off, right? I know. It's all right. You can say it. Kenny, Kelly, Bonnie, Patricia, the bomb, Irma, everyone, welcome. I think I thought I needed some time off. Also I'm very what's the word? With certain other things going on in my life, I could be very reactionary, impulsive, so to speak, right? I see you, Lavina. How you doing? So, anyway, just some things came up, and that'd be good to talk about. Nothing major. No, the one thing I don't care is if people are talking nonsense on me or against me or whatever. It's like, whatever. Whatever. And you got people trying to cause division or stirring a pot of some kind, It's all real dumb. There's a lot of fucking stupid drama that goes on all the time. But the one thing that I did want to bring up, and I know that this viewer, say they don't view anymore, but I know they do, and that's fine, whatever. So there's a hold on a second. Hold on. something important I got to do real quick. Stay with me. Stay with me right here. Like I mentioned yesterday, there are people that watch the show and then over a particular show or a particular topic or whatever, they quit watching, right? But yet they still watch. I see you. They still watch. But they don't want nobody to know that they watch. They don't want nobody to know. They want to watch in silence. And okay, that's fine. I don't get it. I mean, why people have to hide and watch? What do they call it? Silent watch, silent viewers, or whatever. So do you know what the silent viewers really are about? That started happening when people who follow a certain page, even though they weren't told not to watch somebody else. What is that phrase? How do you tell people not to watch somebody else without telling them not to watch somebody else? So yes, that was actually a thing. And people couldn't watch another program or another YouTube or whatever you want to call them. And because they would get chastised. The whole thing with that we've talked about before. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Juju Bean. Kelly, Jessica, Courtney, Nadia. Hey, Nadia. Hope. Naya's in the house. Dana. Cindy, everybody else who joined in, thank you for coming by. Michael, how you doing? Yes. I love it. Thank you. So I don't even know where to begin. I'm trying to figure out the right Julio, the right place to pick that up. Yeah, I get, that's how I feel. I'm like, I'm going to watch what I'm going to watch. I don't get nobody's going to tell me what to watch or who to watch or whatever. But that's kind of became a thing down here. And by down here, I mean in the Valley, South Texas. And it's really silly. It really is. But I've had many people to this day, that say that they watch silently. And I mean, not so much anymore. I'll say about a year ago. And I would get messages saying, hey, my name is so-and-so. This is my screen name or my profile name. But, I watch silently because if they know I'm here commenting, they'll get mad. Like, okay, whatever. And I kept everybody's name right here. I don't share that. I don't spill it. They could get mad at me or I could get mad at them for whatever reason. There could be a falling out. And I still wouldn't divulge who is this and who's that. Because I just don't do that. So, anyway, I digress a little bit. So, a regular viewer was Isabel Martinez. She's been here a little bit. And I know sometimes she watches in silence. And something happened earlier. There was another personality, I'll call it her, who was doing a show where she was giving away, donating things to. She's donated stuff. Okay. Talking about Glow, right? And Glow would get stuff donated to her from Roy. Yes, Roy. Vanessa's Roy. Hand sanitizer or MREs and stuff like that. Mostly hand sanitizer. And she would go and donate it to people who could really use it, whether they're EMTs or fire departments or whatever. And noble for what she's doing, helping out. I get it. That's fine. And then today she was doing that again. She came to Brownsville and she was trying to help out migrants, and by giving, I think she was doing MREs. If you don't know what MREs are, just ask and we'll let you know what they are. Okay, it wasn't today. It was the other day. Recently. So this is someone, Glow, who I've never had an issue with, never had a problem with her. There was one time where she had I'll call it a breakdown on a live. She was having a dispute with someone else, and she really got emotional and upset. And I mean, there were people that were concerned about her well-being, and I reached out to her. I called her. And I'm saying, don't talk about this. You don't have to say, oh, Manny called me. You don't have to say none of that. I just want to know that you're okay, and we had a little discussion. We had a nice conversation. And that's kind of where that stayed. I watch her sometimes, and I know every once in a while she'll pop in here, whatever. But I would, like I was with, I have reached out to a few people, a couple of these people who do live programs at certain times to, hope that they were okay, because I was concerned, like, this is getting out of control. So recently she was doing that, handing out stuff, and a situation happened where a very dark-skinned person came up to her. I mean, we'll call him black, but he was, Hispanic. Just happened to be real dark, black. And might have looked like a African-American person, whatever. And he came to see what, if he could get whatever she was handing out. And she said, oh, I ran out. I'm so sorry, ran out. And it's like, bummer, he missed out on it. And he got a little something, I forgot. So he walks away, and then another gentleman comes up, a young guy, not black. I would say obviously Hispanic, but not black. And she said, oh yeah, here's a bag. She hands him a bag. So Isabel was on another program trying to bring up that point. And I gotta say, for the ups and downs that Isabel and I have had in the past, I gotta agree with her. She was trying to question what happened there. Why didn't you give the black guy the bag of the goodies that you had? Why didn't you give it to him? But you gave it. She was saying, she was referring to that. That's why I went to the video, and I looked, and I saw it for myself. That's exactly what happened. I know what she was talking about. And I gotta say, for the ups and downs that Isabel and I have, and I don't agree with her, the stuff that she does or whatever, but I gotta agree with Isabel on this question. And I think everybody missed the point. I think a lot of people didn't go and say, what is she talking about? Let me go check. And but I went back to check, and sure enough, there it is. So I have to back up Isabel on this and look, well, yeah, why did that happen? And anybody could see that and call racism, obviously. I don't like to throw that word out so frequently. I don't like to throw that word out. And, and of course, Isabel still trying to throw me under the bus for whatever against Glow. I got nothing against Glow. But Isabel was trying to bring up that point, and I don't think anybody got it. Maybe they didn't care. I don't know why nobody decided to. Oh, is this true? Let me go see what happened. So that is a valid question. Why did she skip over the black dude and say she had nothing? And then a brown guy comes up. Oh yeah, here's your goodie bag. And when I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. And yeah, they're just. When I said she threw me under the bus, I think it was mostly on trying to get me to butt heads with Digital Dimwit Victor. And I don't know why, honestly, to be honest with you. I know people don't like that I'm streaming Vanessa. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. And it's my program, and I'll stream who and what I want to stream whenever I want to. Not everybody's going to like everything out there. I mean, you remember that phrase. You can make some of the people happy some of the time, but you can't make all the people happy all the time. And that's the way it is. You just don't watch, sometimes I watch the other shows and sometimes I don't. If it's something I don't like what's going on, which is usually the case, I just won't watch. I haven't watched. But that's where I leave it. And that's where it stays. So for as much as be that as it may, I got to say Isabel's right on this one. And I would like to get some answers on that. And go, what happened there exactly? I hate to think anybody's racist. I really hate to think that. I just get back from Chicago. And I don't know who it is in the media in general, or groups or political sides or whatever, trying to paint this horrible racism that's everywhere. And when I went to Chicago, I was like, man, I wonder if things changed, I wonder if things really changed. And I get there and everybody's genuinely coexisting. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, you name it. Middle Eastern, doesn't matter. Couples of all kinds together, mixed all over the place. And it just warmed the cockles of my heart. I'm like, yes. Where's all this racism people are talking about? Or, sorry, I don't see it. It's not happening in Chicago. It's not. So, and when it's there, yes, I'll call it out. If I see it personally. Institutional racism, perhaps here and there, it's possible. Racism is real. It's just not as blatant, and it's not everywhere like the media wants you to believe, or some people want you to believe. I was born and raised in Chicago. I see your comment, Mike. I was born and raised in Chicago. I never, ever had a racist interaction when I was growing up. And I'm brown, call it brown, growing up in a white city, which over time became a big, huge melting pot. And that's why I love Chicago. And I'm glad to report that nothing changed. It's still a beautiful melting pot of, all colors of the rainbow, people from all races and creeds and sexual orientations, just together. That color doesn't matter. And love to see that. Loved it. I love to see that. So where I'm going with this was, I hate to call anybody racist. And I'm not going to say Glow's racist. But I am curious what happened there. Did I miss something? Maybe I have to go back and watch it a third time. I don't know. Maybe I have to watch it again. But Isabel has a point, and she was trying to make a point, and people just kept, I don't know, like ignoring it. Like nobody got it. And so anyway, and for as much as everybody was like kissing Glow's ass, with all due respect, if you're going to be I was going to say phlebotomist, a philanthropist, or somebody who does help and reach out and help people, and you donate and you buy stuff, whatever it is, anything like that. I find it very appealing. When you do so, you don't want to attract attention to yourself. A lot of people that donate or help people in any capacity and do that kind of thing, any kind of philanthropy, most people want to remain anonymous. Like, don't use my name, don't say my name. And if it does get out and they do say their name, then they quit. Like, they just quit donating or helping. And that's the way it should be, right? Like, if you're going to donate to charity, you should be humble. I know there's all these YouTube pages and videos where people are giving away money and there's a camera on them and they want you to see what they're doing. Look, I'm giving this away. Yeah, I think that's a little tacky. I think if you're really going to donate and help, don't make it about you. Make it about them. Anyway, that's how I feel about that. So, trying to throw me under the bus with digital dimwit, trying to cause friction or something. Don't know what it is. I got nothing against Victor. I talked to him earlier today. Except I know he was asking, what happened last night? It's like, I don't know. I said, did you ever find out? He goes, no, I haven't. So, I got nothing against anybody right now. Anybody. I don't care that they try to insult me somehow here or there. I think it's funny. Got nothing against anybody. They got thick skin. And it just doesn't bother me. People, I don't know, maybe it bothers people down here to hear insults against you and stuff like that. But I just, not everybody's going to like you, right? and I know racism is real. Believe me, I know. But even like my father, Mexican man, when he came up to Chicago in the 60s, I think it was the 60s, he always tells me this story. He was on a Greyhound bus from Mexico all the way up to Chicago. And I think when they were in Alabama or Mississippi going through, got off the bus for a break, a meal break, and bathroom break, and all that. And the two doors. He always told me, whites only, blacks only. And he stood there in the middle, not knowing what door to go to. He didn't understand. So a white gentleman grabbed him and he said, "Here, you come on this side." And he pulled him into the white people's door. And everybody treated him very nice and respectful. He didn't have issues then. And he was always, I don't want to say proud of that, but that was a memory that stuck with him for a long time. And he thought he was black, or should go with the black, so he was not white. But it affected him. It affected him. Oops. Anyway, that's just something he always remembers. But I know it exists. Of course it does. Some places of the country are still, living in the 60s. And, these are places I prefer not to visit. Definitely wouldn't want to live there. I think people need to get their heads out of their asses and realize everybody bleeds the same color. Who cares? I think the world would be a really bland and boring place if everybody was the same. Even when I moved down here to Brownsville, it was a culture shock. It's like I was in Mexico practically. But it was okay. It was quiet. It was okay. Fine. No problem. But after a few years, I missed. And there were white people here already. I mean, I came in way after, right? Like in 2000. But I didn't see no black people like for a long time, for years. And then I was going back to Chicago for work. I worked downtown. Then I later with the airline, and I was able to, travel the country. And I got my fill of seeing all the different colors, the different nationalities, and the countries and all the people. And that made me feel good. And then I come back to Brownsville, everybody's brown. And that's, something I still, and I get it. It's where we are, regionally where we are. But I prefer a more diverse area. And if you've got young people, meaning kids, it's better for them too. I think it's a bad thing that a lot of people down here never leave the area. They never see anything except Mexican American or Hispanic people. There are whites here, but that's it. Somebody goes to Chicago and they see a woman walking around, or a man with the wrapped turban on his head, or the women in what they have to wear because of their religion, and they may be covered from head to toe, and maybe just a little opening for their eyes, or the colorful robes or the dressing that different countries wear. That's just part of their culture. And I think it's nice to see all that. I think people need to get out more. They need to travel a little more. Hijab, that's right. Thank you. And anyway, back to the original point was that, I got to agree with Isabel. It's like, what happened there? If I missed something, I don't know if anybody's making comments here or not. If I missed something, what did I miss? Should I go watch it again? And I'm not saying that Glow's racist. That's why I just wanted to clear that up and go, what happened with that exactly? What is this? The kid came late and just stayed there. So he was not asking for anything? No, I don't know. See, I have to watch it again. I'll watch it again, just to be fair. Anyway. Yeah, don't say that, Luke. That's not a nice thing to say. I know when September 11 happened, there was a lot of backlash to innocent people, to good people, you know. There are Middle Eastern people that come to the States to become American citizens, and they love this country. And even they were getting hate, and they were getting discriminated against. And that wasn't right. I do remember hearing a lot of that. Just like when the COVID, you know, the Wuhan, where this virus originated from. And then people started hating on Chinese people, just random, all over the place, well, mostly New York and on the West Coast. But people started hating on Chinese people. Like, damn, man, come on. That ain't right. My mother accidentally ordered my daughter a doll of color when she was little, and I was embarrassed and made such a big deal about it when I felt it was the best gift my daughter ever had received. Oh, cool, I see. I don't know. Sometimes I think some people try to race bait a lot just to check the room, so to speak. You know what I mean? They'll make comments or they'll say things just to see who's going to take the bait and maybe hear something racist. And yeah, I don't like that either. I think if somebody's racist, you'll know. You'll find out. Michael says, some would even think we're hating on Vanessa, but we just want her to tell the truth. You know, I'm tired of telling everybody I don't hate Vanessa. Just like Bam said, it was Bam who brought on this point a long time ago. Was, you know what? To hate somebody, you have to know somebody. How can you hate somebody if you don't even know them? And I was like, yeah, you know, that's a good point. We can hate stuff. It's just I don't know. I'm tired of just one woman in particular who keeps almost every day or every program I do. You guys know what I'm talking about. She'll come and she'll defend Vanessa, boy, with a big long ass paragraph. And I just think it's funny. It's okay if you want to defend your favorite personality, but don't jump in and say everybody's a hater, just like Vanessa says, because what Vanessa says doesn't go. It doesn't work that way. Whose page? Well, that was Glow's page. Take off my shoes. That was Glow's page. So, and if I got it wrong, I'll say I got it wrong. I'll watch it again. If I got it wrong, I got it wrong. Maybe I'll watch it with a little more of an open mind and really look. And that's usually how I do it. Hang on. Catch up with some of these. Yeah, the issue with Vanessa is trying to get some people in trouble for. Now, there are people who have stalked her. Got to call that out. That is true. But the answer to that is not for the other people to start stalking other people. That's not the answer, folks. And she wants to keep accusing the same 3 people of collaborating on that, what happened to her. And I am 1,000% convinced that they were not involved at all whatsoever. So that's why I'll keep defending so I'm defending the false accusation and trying to. I don't agree with it. Like I said, I talked about this the other day. I just don't get it. Why she's got to go with that narrative. I mean, there are people who want to be the victim all their life. They don't feel good unless there's a victim. Why you need to be? I don't know. She's always trying to garner sympathy. So the minute she has no sympathy, what happens then? Yeah, that Little Mermaid movie didn't really get backlash. It just didn't do very well. There was no interest in it. There was no interest in it. And what can you say? It's the people have spoken. You put it out there, nobody's interested. What can you do? Hopefully, and I was never a fan of that. And by that I mean, so we had Alice in Wonderland, right? Once upon a time. So at some point, is there going to be a brown Alice in Wonderland? Is there going to be a black Alice in Wonderland? Or what about an Asian Alice in Wonderland? I mean, are they going to do that? Really make all these different movies? To me, no, not the wrong person, baby. Not at all. To me, that's a sign of, you know what? We got no creativity. Let's just remake this movie with different people in it. That's what I think about when I hear about remakes. I hate remakes. It's like the original movie was alone. Leave It Alone. It was great. Now, 40 years later, they want to or 20 years later, even some are doing it even sooner than that. Let's remake the movie, but let's put in, a trans person or a black person or whatever. It's like, why? If you're Hollywood creative, then just come up with something new and original. It seems we all have to choose good versus evil, so I pray for us all. Yeah, there's a lot of evil out there, that's for damn sure. Yeah, I know. People have called me evil. I've been called evil. Our little friend called me evil. I'm like, evil is what she's doing. Not all men that wear turbans are Muslim and are quickly profiled. For example, sheikhs wear turbans and Hindi men. Yeah, that's true. But they're not all called turbans either. My granddaughter I'm raising had dolls of all colors. We can help her to learn culture. Many American Girl dolls with the books help. What do you guys think about this Target issue? Have you heard what Target did? What they put in their stores? She has put it online for all to see. It's okay to hate action. Doesn't mean you hate the person. You're right. You can't. I know. And I have to explain that to every once in a while. One of her, I call them minions. I don't mean anything negative, nasty about it. But I think of that cartoon, that animated thing, the Minions, right? The little, and an army of minions, and that's what she's got. People that blindly follow her. And that's how it's scary how people can watch somebody and just completely believe their entire story just because they watch 2 or 3 programs of theirs, and because that person can be rather captivating or sometimes articulate, but really somewhat convincing, with the way she speaks, and people just, and that's true politician right there. And that's where she got that from originally, was how do you speak politically to a group to capture them? But she went from there to just speaking to people that way. That's where that comes from. I went to private school till I was 4th grade, and my best friend was a black girl when I came. She was the nicest person to me. We're still friends now. Hope I never forget. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great story. $20 smackers, Doris Rita. I made that Oriental rug comment. I've never heard an Asian person. Actually, I always thought Oriental was a derogatory term, which kind of can be. It's not as bad as some other words, but I've never heard an Asian person say that they're Oriental. In fact, I saw in a movie once where somebody said Oriental, and the Asian person went, Oriental? So I don't know. Is Doris Rita a fake Asian? I don't know. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. I don't know. But she's the one who comes out every show, and she'll put a ginormous paragraph calling me a hater. She's the one who said I was mean. She can delete, but if another records and posts it, it's on the internet forever. Very true. How dare that minion of VTs come and count it on your menu? I know what she does. It doesn't bother me. I just, I thought after a few times of coming over and listening to all you guys talk to her, that she would get it through her skull that maybe Vanessa's not what everything she says she is. Who's this person defending that? Let me know. Yeah, Luke, you know who it is, right? It's already been said there. Just don't go harsh, Bless her soul. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Yes, correct. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe it is Vanessa. Interesting. Actually, coffee sounds real good right now. Like, I can drink coffee at night and not have any issues going to bed. Now, if I drink Coke, that's a different story. Why is that? Yes, she has. There's a lot of people down here that have done stalking. It's like, what the hell? Why are they stalking each other? Who cares what somebody does all day? Why do people care? Yeah, I know. And everybody wants everybody arrested, whatever. At this point, I don't care if I get arrested. If they want to try to take me to court on something, I'll welcome it. I'll take my mugshot with a huge smile. Oh, was she live today? I didn't even notice. The videos are on exposer pages. Son does promotion too. Oh, cool. Congrats to him. I thought she deactivated. Is she back on? I don't even know. I haven't even looked today. Sympathy and validation. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, Kay, I don't think there's any backlash. It was just not a lot of. It's not a popular movie. It's very underwhelming. Yep, a lot of negative reviews. It's more of a almost like they're pandering, from what I understand. Yeah, I know, Lois. I don't know. I should have said it a few hours. I was in a mood. Went this morning, got my workout. You know, it's good to work out. It's good to exercise. Work out, whether you're going to go walk, do cardio, whatever. You know, put an hour aside for yourself. And working out really does clear your mind. Helps you think better. Certainly helped me to keeps me from I'm gonna shut up. So he didn't know. What about it? Nah, Lois is cool. She's just asking. Don't be jumping on Lois. She's all right. Lois is cool. I know she didn't mean that in a bad way. I promise. Because I'm wrong, Lois. No. I know you didn't mean that in a bad way. Yes, I saw that too. The Exorcist getting a remake. It's like, come on. I'd rather they make just a new Exorcist movie than do a remake and try to do a remake. Let's see. Girl, I got 5 Splenda, 5 liquid coffee mate, powder coffee mate, and coconut whipped cream on top with some sprinkles. Dang. I had from 7 Brew, a hot blondie with caramel drizzle. Oh, it's so good. So good. Oh yeah, Target. So Target starts selling these swimsuits for kids. And I mean that little kids with like a pocket so that they could hide the bulge or put it somewhere and put it in a pocket so the bulge doesn't show when they're trying to, insinuating that, oh yeah, some kids are little kids that identify as female don't want to show their junk. So we designed these bathing suits where they can hide their junk. Yeah. Yep, that's what it is. Low-hanging fruit. Oh, man. Yeah, and then somebody, I just saw this tonight. Somebody is apparently walking away from their show for some reason. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? And that's what I said in her comment. She said she called herself Oriental. And I said, rugs are Oriental, not people. I wonder if she'll call me racist for that. Something about drinking coffee at night is so good, right? Yeah, Asian. Exactly. I used to be one referring to objects and food, not people. Oriental food? Oh, yeah, I remember that. Wasn't there a brand? What was that brand? It was a brand. They made Asian food. You could buy it at the grocery store. Asian rugs are different from Oriental rugs. I don't know. I just remember them always being called Oriental rugs. I hate PC. You know, these videos are still online on YouTube. Why haven't they been taken down? Why hasn't Eddie Murphy's Delirious, the original Eddie Murphy stand-up routine? You've seen it. He's wearing the red outfit. I'm surprised they haven't tried to cancel that. Damn good water. Chicago's still a little more tasty. Whatever they put in there. Let's find back into the national what's pretty creative now. You know, I don't like Mountain Dew anymore. I used to when I was a kid, and now it's like, oh, gross. I think Oriental is a very specific region, not people of Asian descent, where true Oriental rug came from. Okay. I think I did read that. Okay. She's gone back to work if y'all missed that. Oh, you're right. I did see her with her stethoscope. Well, you know, June 1st, she's got to start paying child support. Can't not pay that. I almost went on after her when I started posting on your page, but it's not worth it. She won't change her mind. Yeah, I know. Doris is one of those. Just don't be too harsh because it's useless. I like to. They want to talk about laughing at somebody. That I do laugh at what she writes. Smile and get free tacos. If someone follows me, I'd lead them to 150 acres we live on. Then they'd be scared. At night. Oh, Bam is never on at night. He's in his second dream right now. He gets up real early. Bam doesn't do good when he's tired at night. Hey, Kay, you know what? If you want to take her. She might like the movie. She might like it. You know, I'm talking as an adult, generally speaking, that I don't like remakes, and I honestly don't see the point to it. I went to the high school day when I was a senior, and I drank a mocha at about 8 p.m. and I was wired the whole night. Yeah, I can actually go to sleep. Scrub. Okay, let's see. Stethoscope. Yeah, I don't know. She said she was at work. She is reactivated. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I know, Lois. Don't worry about it. Just a little quick misunderstanding. It's over with and done. No issues whatsoever. Right? Tuck it and hide it. Something like that. Yes. And oh, man, that bothers the piss out. I don't know how people are okay with that. Disappointing. You know, I know a lot of people like Target. It doesn't. I could go either way. I don't know. I like Amazon. But yeah, this is a real thing. It's all over the news. Go to Fox News and you'll see it there. Go to anywhere. Or do a search for, you know, Target, Tuck It Target or something like that. And you'll see what you'll find. Like everybody wants to follow in the footsteps of Budweiser. Look how that's turned out. I saw that. That's called the it's called the yes, it's a true story. The priests exorcist or something like that. Saw it. Good movie. Very good movie. That's it. The Pope's Exorcist. Thank you. No, I saw those bathing suits from Adidas? That was Adidas. What I don't understand. You got to be careful who you hire to do your marketing. You have to find out. I don't care. You got to find out what is your political preference and where do you stand? Because I guarantee you, if Bud Light knew this was all going to happen, they would not have hired that person at all. At all. That firm, anyway. Asian. That's funny. Yes, breaking news. La Ruby is going to quit his show because no one cashed out him the money he needed. He's used to that as a threat many times. Let's see. And I don't care. Dude can talk about me whatever he wants. I don't give a fuck. It's like, why don't... Why can't people just go get a job? And if you're gonna pander for money or you want to make a living out of it, then do something where you're doing a productive show. Something consistent. I used to say it before. Dude's funny when he's, again, like Vanessa, when he's got his mindset right, he has a funny show. He does these characters and it's funny, all right? It's funny. But to make threats like that, give me money or else. Let's see how that's going to turn out. But not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah, because Dave Chappelle won't let himself be canceled. He'll defend himself. He says things the way it is, and that's the way it should be. If you guys younger people haven't seen Eddie Murphy's Delirious, look it up and watch it, and let me know if you get traumatized after you see that. Because I know liberals now who watch that, they have a seizure. They will. No, yeah, I've got comments late. I'm about 4 minutes late here. Aladdin Cinderella live action. And her dummies that follow her can't see that she's at the cemetery and really not working. I don't know. Something like she had a client or something, or they only had around 1 or 2 clients. Something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, Target is. Second dream. Bam's on his 3rd or 4th dream. Yeah. Today she was at the cemetery eating her lunch or drinking her coffee as a nurse. Yep. Everything was a feminine twist, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I can't do that. I thought about going live today from the car. Oh, yes. I did see that cereal. I'm going to try it just to try it. I'll try it. It's weird. I showed it to a friend of mine. He's like, ew, what's that? I'm like, hey, it's sugar free and this free. And then he goes, ew, why would I want to eat that? I'm going to try it just so I can say that I tried it. If I can find it. Ugh. Yeah, for the record, I do not agree with anything LGBTQ being exposed to kids at all. If a parent is going to expose their kid to it and talk to them about it, none of my business. That's the parent and the son or the daughter. Their business. But I don't agree with having strangers try to want to sexualize. And it's not sexualizing. We're just trying to get them to see. I don't know. You're sexualizing. You're getting those young minds to think about stuff they don't need to be thinking about. All they need to be thinking about is school and, playing their video games and what's for dinner or what's for lunch and playing with their friends. That's it. They don't need to be thinking about why is that man with the big shoulders wearing a wig and pink makeup on his face. They don't need any of that. They don't need to know any of that. If he starts asking on his own at some point, then that's for the mother and the father to deal with it with him, but not anybody else. No. And I'm not moving from that position. Oh, and I started to watch The Mother today, by the way. Yes, Pope's Exorcist was really good. So I tried to watch The Mother. 10 minutes in, I was bored. I left. I quit watching it. I just didn't find it appealing at all whatsoever. It was not good. That's my opinion. It was not good. If it can't captivate you in the first 10 or 15 minutes, for me, that's not good. Maybe are you getting one of those bathing suits? Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't fit into one in the first place. Yeah, no. I'm not tucking anything in. Has anyone seen Doubt? Nope, haven't heard of it. I'm going to stop shopping there. No. You know what? Go to Target, look at the stuff on your own, read up on it. You guys make your own decision. I've never called a boycott or anything like that at all. I just not a fan of what they're doing. I don't know what these marketing people are. Who are they? What the hell are they? Why? Why is it such a big thing to sexualize kids so young? It's an agenda pushing trans. We're in the end times. It said in the Bible, buckle up, repent, prepare. They don't pass go here. There'll be chaos. I hope it's not the end days because I don't know. I like life right now. I think it was going to be end days. I think I'd probably pass. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to go right now. I'll stay down here. I'll take my chances with the destruction and the volcanoes and earthquakes and whatever. However you're going to end it. I don't want to go. Oh boy, I don't want to naughty nurse. Yeah, no, don't put that thought. I found VT crying manically about that movie completely out. It was very strange. I mean, so this is the point I was trying to get to. Originally was going to get to when I did the show yesterday. Like, let's have a discussion, a real serious discussion. And I think the answer is pretty obvious. Why do some movies hit some people real hard? It's like, well, maybe because they can relate to it, right? But why? What is it about that movie that she related to? I think it's just a part. It has to be with her kids, and I don't know. Like I said, I went in with a certain mindset, what kind of program to do, and it was not to goof on her and legitimately, honestly, sincerely, kind of like feeling bad for her. But then she went on, that opening 30 minutes or whatever at the beginning of the video. And that's when I'm like, all right, it's full of crap. This is not what I thought it was going to be. And that's when I said, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to abandon my original plan. And that's why I did the show the way I did it yesterday. And if people don't like it, well, that's too bad. I don't care. I will give my opinion and react to someone, and that's not a crime. It's not bullying or harassment just because you say it is. $44 for, is that much? $11 a box? You better be a little bit sweet, because The Mother, yes, it's on Netflix with Jennifer Lopez. Hey, Dr. Thomas, how are you? Ugh. Damn, for real? I'm going to try it. Yeah, it was not. I didn't find it. I was bored. And I like J-Lo. And I was bored. It didn't. You know. So that's the whole thing. She's a sniper, right? Tough guy, tough person, all this and that. There are some people that you try to put them in certain roles. I just couldn't see it. To me, she's J-Lo. You know, A-Rod, Michael Anthony, Ben Affleck. It's J-Lo. Not a sniper, tough guy. It doesn't convince me. I don't know. Oh, the one where she cried a lot. She deleted it. I thought she would. Oh, I remember seeing that. Doubt. I have not seen it, but I remember seeing Meryl Streep in the movie. I remember the title now. Is that good? Oh, she's watching. I'm sure she's watching because she watches. She's one of the minions that reports back to Vanessa. Oh, man. Let's see. It's not going to be a real long night tonight. Just wanted to say hi and discuss this and that real quick. I don't think it's end days. They've been saying that every freaking year. Every few years, something is causing the end days. That's it, Michael, 100%. I don't care what you do behind your doors or who you love or whatever. That's your business. I don't care. Just don't try to push it off on other people's children. That's it. They're not your kids. Leave them alone. Dry crocodile tears. The intention was there. And I think you're right. Somebody said it. Who said it? A few people said it. Every time she cried and she looked down, I think she was trying to get the tears to wet her sweatshirt, her t-shirt, whatever. I'm telling you, watch the J-Lo movie, An Unfinished Life. It's really good. Hi, Patricia. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it was not all that. Me vale madre. What's up? Yeah, I don't understand the hard crying and sobbing about it. Unless it really related to her on some level. And if it did, all right, it did. It's called is it called Blue Spoon? I know you sent it to me, right? I want to say it's okay. Too many things going on here. course, I can't find it right now. Put that title again there. The Blue Spoon, is that what it was? It's supposed to be like a real healthy cereal. I'm not a fan so much of her singing as I prefer her acting. But the acting she did in like that movie Enough and the movie on Unfinished Life, even Selena, was good. I didn't like her in that movie Hustlers or whatever that was called, and this Mother movie. It's an example that the show on Netflix, Narcos, called Narcos Mexico. I don't know if this was Narcos Mexico or just a regular Narcos. But Fluffy, you know who Fluffy is, right? What's his name? Iglesias, the comedian. They gave him a role on that, and he had to be this gangbanger, tough guy, drug dealer. And I saw the clip. I see Fluffy. I don't see a tough guy with a gun acting tough. It didn't relate. It didn't work. In my opinion, it didn't work. And I tried to see, every time I see him, I would laugh instead of go, oh shit, what's going to happen now? He would come in and be this tough guy and like, yeah. No. And I know they probably put him in there just as a favor or something like that. Julie, have a good night. Yep. You want to wrap it up here? We're just over an hour. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know. I was in this mood. Yeah, I know some people think, oh, he's offline because of Vanessa. Yeah, no, it's not that at all. Magic Spoon. Oh, I thought it was Blue Spoon. Magic Spoon. Okay, gotcha. If it did relate to her business, but to go live doing it was a big one. Yeah, it's like, are you trying to, at that point, that's when I think, you're really grabbing for some attention there. Blatant, poor display. Oops. It was me, man. I made a comment about the tears in her sweatshirt. Ah, okay. You're the one who said it. Yeah, I saw that. I know she was, I think you're right. I think she was trying to get it to happen. It's like, you can spill mayonnaise on your shirt. Why not those tears? Magic Spoon. Okay. Tastes just like kid cereals. No sugar grain. Okay. See, gotta try that, everybody. Magic Spoon. Cereal. Banditas too? Not interested in that. Fluffy was also on the Magic Mike. Oh, God. I don't know. I didn't see that, so I wouldn't know that one. Hey, Petey. Love that, Petey. And there's Petey the dog. You can love it. When you find out about Hollywood, you never watch movies or idolize them. Yeah, you know what? Like I said this before, I've learned to separate my favorite Hollywood people from their personal opinions, be it political or otherwise. I've learned to separate that, and I have to. I had to do that. Otherwise, I ain't going to be able to watch anybody. I'm not going to be one of those, boycott Robert De Niro, or boycott whatever. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep watching The Godfather. I'm going to keep watching Analyze This. I'm going to keep watching Raging Bull. I'm going to keep watching Goodfellas. Some of my favorite movies. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, boycott those, not watch. And then me still secretly watching. So I just have to separate what they do on the silver screen to whoever they are as regular people. And I know they are regular people. They're entitled to their own opinions and beliefs and all that stuff. TV series about a crooked cop? No, I didn't see that one. Which one was that? Thank you, Courtney. Who do you mean? Don't let haters stop you from doing your show. They try to. That's what she's trying to get. Yeah, I know. The only person who can stop me from doing a show is me. Well, there is one person, but besides that, just me. Good night, Naya. Thanks for being here. Nah, everything is good. I was really, the last few days I was tired. I don't like yawning a lot on camera, on a live. I think that's rude, and I think that's a sign of something's wrong. You're not sleeping enough or something, Sandwich squirt. Yeah, it's that was some good commentary on that. That's cool. All right, everyone, have a great night. Thank you for being here, even if it's just for a little bit. To be continued tomorrow, maybe early. I do have to work tomorrow, so might do something early. Well, we'll see. Unless it's a super late night pillow talk. That's possible. We'll see how the day goes. I will definitely let you guys know. Yeah, John Leguizamo, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of the Latin X, whatever that is. Like, just leave it alone, man. Just Latino, Latin. That's it. No Latin X. There's no such thing as Latin X. They're hanging on by a thread, that Latin X thing, whatever they want that to be. I appreciate you all very much. Some of you have tipped the jar the last few days. It's much appreciated. Thank you so much. J-Lo and Ray Liotta, Shades of... Oh, I haven't seen that. Is that... okay, now I'm interested in that one. Like, I'll give it a good, 10 or 15 minutes. And if it captures me early on, then I'll continue. And but in the first 10 or 15 minutes, if I can't get interested in it, then it's just, I'm changing the channel. All right, good night, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for being here. Have a good Wednesday tomorrow, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.